Welcome to the Renew Together event.
I would like to start by saying that it has been studied that the most successful community energy projects in Europe are those where groups collaborate with local authorities. So the role of the local authorities can be fundamental for the success of the energy transition, and with community energy in particular in this case.
First of all, the political support is crucial. It's very important to contextualize, and it's important to show how energy communities have a role in these energy master plans. The existing associative network was very important in order to start finding the people who are motivated to work on this. If you're giving access to public sites, just give access to very simple roofs that are already prepared to receive, for example, a photovoltaic installation. Work with the in-house legal department of the city, of the local government, because we are all learning here and they are not used to this kind of process. Finally, the local government, as I told you, can become a shareholder, and this gives some initial cash to the local community in order to create the first project that will just create a snowball effect for the following experiences.
Energy Cooperative Electropioneer was founded to empower ordinary people to participate actively in the transition of the Serbian energy sector to renewables, and it is an endeavor of a group of enthusiasts with a background in renewable energy sources and various innovative ways of civic organizations. Our short-term reality is that we have to, as Mark said, in some way have to improvise and as a new actor hack our way to the energy sector. And on the other hand, we have a situation in Serbia, the citizens are more and more getting impatient, and there is a growing resentment due to the level of pollution and destruction of the environment. And Electropioneer and Sunčani Krovovi, as the only two cooperatives so far, are a way or possibility for a concrete contribution by individuals. It may be important to say that households consume approximately 50% of energy in Serbia, so there is a great space for contribution by citizens on their own roofs and further on.
Our longer-term plans are to connect individual small power plants throughout Serbia into a decentralized virtual power plants, and to set up peer-to-peer energy exchange between the members of the cooperative. Of course, we're also planning to join larger investments in power plants, so cooperatively owned larger installations, which could be on the roof of apartment buildings and public buildings, green fields, brown fields. And we are looking further into the energy future. Obviously, at some point, electric cars are coming, behind the meter batteries. We could provide grid services. And in all of that, this democratization of the power infrastructure is one of the key things we are striving for.
Over the last decade, there was some renewable energy boom. We saw a huge growth in investments in renewable energy, but that soon kind of disappeared. And right now, there are not a lot of strong goals for the investment in renewable energy. The Bulgarian Climate and National Plan, which sets the scene for the next 10 years, is not ambitious at all. It envisions only 7% increase in the investment in renewable energy sources for electricity. And that's not, and renewable and energy communities are not even included and mentioned in the plan. Which is a very unfortunate situation, but it's not surprising given that the renewable energy communities are not even present in the current legislation, and there are not a lot of examples of such projects in Bulgaria. We believe that together with the central government, municipality and stakeholders can develop a really working framework for the development of renewable community projects, energy projects in Bulgaria. There is a huge potential, there is a growing interest, but it's really up to us to put pressure on government to work together and find ways to develop such projects.
As Theodora was saying, I could definitely relate to many of the barriers and challenges they are facing. We are as well facing those challenges here in Croatia as well. What we faced is leasing is a regulated activity in Croatia. We are leasing the equipment to Technological Park and Energy and the City Library, which could be seen as a leasing contract, which is a regulated activity, so it's not a preferred model for scaling up these kind of projects. Many of the social benefits in Croatia are not allowed for cooperative members. Alternative to this model could be an ESCO or energy performance contract, but that would really complicate things even further, because we also developed the ESCO and energy performance contract, but it goes over the 50 pages and it's really not so easy to implement. Also, public procurement is something which is also a challenge if you want to involve the local community, and this complicates a bit the public procurement process. So you have to have the capacity, internal capacity in the local communities and municipalities.
We are somewhere in the middle between Bulgaria and Croatia. We have some advancements made in the last couple of years by us and also by other organizations which joined the journey. And something which is, I would say, which are good news, is that more and more organizations are willing to join this journey. There are many barriers which start from the top, from the state, but also on the local level we have many barriers, such as lack of willingness or lack of trust, I would say, in the citizen energy concept in general. And this is something which has to be continuously done through the work of NGOs, media, academia, and other stakeholders.
It's super important to have it in the law, to have a good regulation. We are facing this problem in Czech Republic, where the energy community movement is steering up, but we have no legal definition what the energy community is actually.
At the beginning, we understood that first we have to work on the education of our citizens, and at the end show them on our own example, what are the benefits of using renewables. We can say that the political will is important, and maybe it is the most important, but as I said it at the beginning, we have to think it has to be in relationship with the basic living needs of the citizens.
More people should recognize the benefits of the renewable energy sources, and I'm not fully aware if the critical mass of people in institutions in Bulgaria are aware that there is such a thing like an energy cooperative.
Yeah.
So raising the awareness on the topic is also quite important to start things happen here at local level.
Industry is very, very interested for the PV plants because it has a much attractive payback period than the citizens' investments. Now we have a new opportunities on the market, Serbian market. Until recently, we have for last year we have a new government in the Ministry of new Minister of Energy, and the new law. It is a Renewable Energy Act that is last week adopted, and it provides new opportunities. Namely, the citizens now may become prosumers. Permitting process is quite complex at the moment. This is also promised from the government that they will simplify this.
We are able to accept everything in Serbia. We don't have to wait for the new law to be applied, but it will definitely make things easier. And at the end, we don't have net metering at this point, and it's really important for households. Because if households are selling excessive energy through energy cooperatives, it's still an economic, it's not sustainable project. The return on investment is too late. So we need energy net metering, and we need a new law. And again, we as an electric power supplier will adapt to all these situations. We are more than willing, and we believe in green future.
What makes this retrofitting in condominiums so special is that part of the ownership, and the fact that the consent a lot of people is needed for a project to be realized. As soon as a lot of people are involved, there's a difference in attitudes, in opinions, and of course in the fact that people are of different incomes, etc. By in our participation in the Empower, we were moved by examples of our peers, so we stepped up our game and included different measures, since really one size does not fit all.
I would say that we are living in exciting times. I would say that this type of peer-to-peer learning and peer-to-peer exchange is really needed, because I think that we confirmed in these 2 days that we are sharing the common challenges, that we have more or less common goals, because they are also common sensing goals, so they are also common for that reason, and that there is a lot of work to be done. All kinds of peer learning and peer knowledge exchange is going to be needed, and then also of common action, including common financing. And we hope that the development of legislation is going to open all the doors, and then it's going to be up to us. And we will rise up to the challenge.